Hey, hello, Beth. Glad you could join us today. We don't talk about cats enough, and our listeners are clamoring for your
For
content.
her content.
That's what I said.
For the
Her
Beth
content.
Adelman contact.
So tell us, why are people so spooked by black cats, especially at this time of the year?
Well, thank you so much for having me. And, black cats are just symbolic of wonderful things and scary things. And it depends on where you're from and what era in history you're looking at, whether it's wonderful or scary.
Basically, social, economic, and cultural, right?
Yes.
Okay.
As always.
As always.
The early Egyptians, their cat goddess Bast was actually depicted as a black cat. And even today, in certain parts, in the northern part of the British Isles, in the Celtic regions, and also in Japan, black cats are considered to be good luck. In fact, in Japan, they believe that if a woman has a black cat, she's going to have a lot of really excellent suitors.
So let's move on and talk about the here and now and not history, but which I think was good because I think people are always interested in that. Like, where did that superstition come from? But really, I want you to talk about how you can incorporate your cat into the holiday fun.
Well, let's start with that. If your cat is sitting on the windowsill on Halloween, you already have your Halloween decorations done, right?
Yeah, especially if he's black.
Yes, but even if he's not. So there you are. You have your Halloween decorations done, cat on the windowsill. You're ready.
What kind of dangers are lurking inside your home that can spoil your Halloween?
There are a couple of things you need to be careful about. The big one is unattended candles. So you don't want your cat setting your house on fire. That's going to ruin the holiday for you and everyone around you and your cat. You also want to be careful about stringy things like that sort of fake spider webby stuff, because cats do sometimes get stuck in that, stick their faces in it, lick it, that kind of stuff. And potpourri, sometimes people like that autumn scent, and potpourri is lovely.
That pumpkin spice, everyone's into that.
Pumpkin spice, which I am a fan of. I like it in my coffee. There, I said it. But if you're putting out potpourri, just put it in something that has a lid, like a perforated lid so that your cats can't eat it. A lot of kinds of potpourri are not safe to eat. And then the last thing is candy. Make sure the candy you put out is wrapped, because people think cats don't like chocolate, but I've had a couple of cats now that have been into licking chocolate. And as we know, chocolate's dangerous for dogs, also dangerous for cats.
With the opening and the closing of the door for the trick-or-treaters, how can you keep that litter box smelling fresh so that people don't know you have a cat before they can see the cat? Because you've walked up to someone's door and you can smell that nasty litter box, right even before they open the door, especially in an apartment building.
You should never smell your cat's litter box. I have 2 cats and 2 litter boxes, and people never smell it. It's the same every day of the year, which is that you need to be scooping that box twice a day, at least, and washing it whenever you walk by. If you can smell it even the slightest bit, you need to be dumping everything and washing it. Cats like clean bathrooms. I like a clean bathroom. I'm going to assume you guys like clean bathrooms. Pretty much everybody does. I mean, think about when you go to the outdoor concert event and the porta potty is there. You don't want to go there, and that's you don't want your litter box to be a porta potty experience for your cat ever, not just on Halloween.
Such analogies.
I know, but it's so clear. I fish sometimes, and I also night fish. It's a new thing I picked up, and I just cannot go fishing without going to the bathroom because I would die to go into one of those bathrooms.
Well, the other thing people can do too is they can just empty the litter before the trick-or-treaters come.
I like our system. We have lots of litter boxes. We fill it up with the minimum amount of litter because we find that the litter gets completely soiled. If you take the whole gallon of litter and dump it in, it always smells. If you put a little in each day, you dump it out. But in our case, it's also different because we have somebody who can clean those litter boxes. Right. Yeah. So that's the benefit of help in the clinic.
Okay. So we've talked about the odor, right?
Okay.
So we're opening the doors all the time. So with the opening and closing of the front doors on Halloween night, how can cat owners prevent cat door dashers?
No. I like the way I said it. Kitty door dashers.
Okay, kitty door dashers.
Okay, so that's a serious problem. And if your cat gets out, especially at night, you can't see her. There's a lot of people out. There's a lot of commotion. Your cat's going to be terrified and hide. That is a very serious problem. So I'm so glad you brought it up. I really think if you're going to be having your door opening and closing a lot, or you're going to be holding the door open, chatting with the kids, handing them candy and that, I think the safest thing on earth is to put your cat in another room and close the door. And here's the thing, make it a treat, a trick or treat for your cat as well. So get like a big food puzzle or a box with toys in it and stuff, and throw a handful of treats in there so your cat can have a really good time foraging for treats while the trick-or-treaters are coming. So your cat gets the trick or treat as well in total safety. That's what I think.
Good. I like that. But I'm going to tell you one other thing. I know I interrupted you. I can tell now, you could tell more or less Beth's age by a comment she made. You know what she said? She said, well, you're going to be talking to the trick-or-treaters. What trick-or-treaters talk now? They just grab the candy out of your hand and jump in their mother's car.
Well, maybe, but some might.
Back in my day,
Some might say trick or treat.
back in my day, you had to kind of quote unquote tap dance, right? You had to be like, oh, this is this costume and thank you, and trick or treat and UNICEF. Remember that?
Yeah, but I got to tell Beth, I agree with what you just said about putting them in a separate room, keeping the door shut, and have something in there to try to keep them occupied. But probably that won't happen. They'll probably be crying the entire time that those children that are coming by to pick up their treats. So you just have to be able to understand. You have to put up with the crying, because you'll be crying if they escape out the door.
What about harness and a leash?
Well, that's going to make it even worse, right, Beth?
Well, if your cat is leash and harness trained, I think that could be a great solution. But Halloween night is not the first time to put a leash and harness on your cat and then expect that they're going to stand patiently by the door. That's something that you need to train them to do. And like I said, it can be really fun too. But I do think put your cat in another room, but give them something fun that involves treats for them to do so that they don't get distressed.
Beth, what advice can you offer cat parents who have inside-outside cats?
I think on Halloween, you keep your cat inside, and that's because I am sorry to say that the world is full of crazy people who think it's funny to do stuff, not nice stuff, to cats on Halloween. So please, just on this one night, keep your cat indoors.
Wonderful, wonderful suggestion.
That's why she's a dream team member.
That's why she's a dream team member. Beth, thanks for stopping by. So come back soon, please. We need your great feline advice over the holidays.
Yeah, we definitely
I'd
need
love to.
Thanks for viewing our content on Pet Buzz Plus.